Have you ever imagined that beneath the vast, frozen silence of Antarctica, fire is quietly waiting to erupt? It might sound like a paradox, the coldest place on Earth hiding one of the most dangerous forces of nature. But it's true. Antarctica isn't just a continent of ice. It's also a ticking volcanic time bomb. Right now, scientists have identified over 138 volcanoes buried beneath Antarctica's ice sheet. And here's the kicker. Many of them are still active. These aren't your standard volcanoes with picturesque cone shapes. These are stealth giants, sleeping under miles of glacial ice, capable of triggering events that could change the world. So how is this even possible? Volcanoes and ice don't seem to mix. But Antarctica sits on a massive tectonic plate with several rift systems underneath. These are cracks in the Earth's crust where magma has access to the surface. Over millions of years, lava built mountains and ice built glaciers. And now, both coexist in one of the most unstable relationships on the planet. One of the most concerning volcanoes is Mount Erebus, the southernmost active volcano on Earth. It's been erupting on and off since it was discovered in the 19th century. But it's not alone. Researchers have recently discovered dozens of other volcanoes using radar and satellite imaging, hiding beneath the ice, many of which have not been studied at all. In fact, in 2017, a group of scientists from the University of Edinburgh found 91 previously unknown volcanoes under the West Antarctic Ice Sheet alone, all dormant, but not necessarily dead. Why is this a problem? Well, it comes down to what happens when fire meets ice. If even one of these subglacial volcanoes erupts, it could cause massive melting from below. The result? A chain reaction of ice shelf collapses, sea level rise, and global climate consequences. Imagine thousands of gigatons of meltwater being released into the oceans, destabilizing coastlines around the world. And we wouldn't even see it coming. Now here's where it gets even more terrifying. Some scientists believe that volcanic activity under Antarctica could already be contributing to the melting we're seeing. Heat from magma doesn't need to cause explosions. It can simply warm the base of the ice, weakening the entire structure from beneath. Think of it like heating the bottom of an ice cube. It starts melting invisibly, until suddenly, it's gone. There's also the threat of something called a feedback loop. If warming continues due to climate change, the pressure of the ice sheet reduces. And what happens when pressure drops around magma chambers? That's right. Eruptions become more likely. Less ice means more volcanic activity, and more volcanic activity means even less ice. It's a loop we may already be trapped in. Let's not forget, Antarctica holds about 60% of the world's fresh water. If a significant portion of that melts due to hidden volcanic activity, it wouldn't just be a local problem. It would be a planetary one. Global sea levels could rise by several meters. Coastal cities like New York, Mumbai, and Tokyo could be underwater within decades. You might be wondering, how come we don't hear more about this? One reason is simply how difficult it is to study these volcanoes. They reburied under kilometers of ice in one of the most remote and inhospitable environments on Earth. Getting data from under the ice sheet is like trying to do an MR, eye scan of a mountain, while standing on top of it during a blizzard. But the data we do have is unsettling. Seismic sensors placed across Antarctica have recorded tremors, signals that magma is moving. In 2010, researchers detected a possible eruption under the West Antarctic Ice Sheet that no one even noticed until the evidence was found in ash layers years later. That eruption, if confirmed, would be one of the first subglacial eruptions detected in human history. And if you think this is just about rising seas, think again. Volcanic ash in the atmosphere from even a moderate eruption could disrupt global weather patterns, reduce air quality, and ground flights across the southern hemisphere. Just look at what happened when Eyjafjallajökull erupted in Iceland in 2010, and that was a relatively small eruption. So, what's being done? Scientists are now prioritizing the study of Antarctica's geology more than ever. Satellite imagery, ice-penetrating radar, and even autonomous subglacial robots are being used to map volcanic formations under the ice. But we're still racing against time. The truth is, we don't fully understand the risks. Antarctica is still a mystery in many ways. But the idea that the next major geological disaster could come not from a tropical island volcano, but from beneath the world's largest glacier, should be enough to make us pay attention. This isn't about panic. It's about preparation. Understanding these hidden volcanoes could be the key to predicting major ice loss and planning for a future where sea levels are no longer stable. It's one more reminder that even in the coldest, quietest parts of our planet, the Earth is always moving. If you found this video fascinating or eye-opening, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We've got more untold science stories, Earth mysteries, and future threats coming your way. Stay curious and stay alert, because under the ice, something is stirring.